Hey guys, I hope you're all doing fine. I'm Jaisal and I'm gonna present on hybrid cars. So we all might be knowing about what hybrid cars are and how do they work. But the use of hybrid cars is not much in today's life. Though there are some people who use hybrid cars and know about them, but not many people do. So I chose this topic as it is the hybrid cars are still going under they are still going through the development and growth, and I'm gonna talk about them. Here's the table of content what I'm gonna talk about today. The first one would be the hybrid cars, which I already talked. Then the table of content, and here comes the basic mechanism of hybrid car, history and evolution, features of hybrid car, components of a hybrid car, how a hybrid car works, performance, advantages, disadvantages, resources, and references that I used. So basically, I'm gonna cover the history where, when, and how it all started, and features of hybrid car, why we should buy it, components of it, and mechanism, how it works, performance, and then disadvantages and advantages, basically pros and cons of hybrid cars. And then I have cited the references or resources, the websites and the stuff that I have used to make this presentation. Here comes the basic mechanism of hybrid car, what it is and what it's made up of, how it looks, and the basic things. So the car works with two different sources of energy as gasoline and the electronic engine. So if we talk about a normal car, it is made up of a gasoline engine, and all the mechanism is based on a gasoline engine or gasoline technology. If we talk about an electronic car, for example, Tesla, a fully electronic or electric based car, and it does not have any mechanism in it which has anything to do with gasoline or petrol. It totally works on battery. So if we talk about electronic and gasoline cars, if we mix them up, if we combine them, then we get a hybrid car. As we can see in the image, there is a battery at the trunk of the car, at the back part of the car, and there's a generator, and then there is an engine and motor which support this mechanism. So basically, the engine works using the battery, and the battery gets recharged by the use of electric motor and the generator. So it all works together, and as the car moves, the engine uh, tries to produce more and more battery or energy so that it can make maximum use of it. We'll talk about the advantages and disadvantages of hybrid car and why we should use them at a later point of time during this presentation. Now comes the history and evolution. Why did we look forward for hybrid cars and why not any other technology? So the very first hybrid car was built by Ferdinand Porsche in 1899, which was about we can count about 100 to 200 years before. The second car was made by the vice president Akiro Wari. He introduced Toyota Prius, which we can still see on our streets. At the later part of presentation, we will see a video which will cover how the Toyota Prius mechanism works and how the car is designed to work on a hybrid engine, basically using the gasoline or electric engine. In 2002, Honda introduced Accord Hybrid. So Accord's basically a sedan car from Honda, similar to Civic or any other sedan car. And in 2002, Honda introduced a Accord Hybrid model. In today's life, we don't see much hybrid models or hybrid versions of Accord, but though they are gonna be out soon. And in 2004, Ford introduced first hybrid SUV. The very first SUV for hybrid version was introduced by Ford, and the model was Ford Escape, which was in year 2004. We can see in the picture or the image, the very first engine were steam engines, the engines that were the base for the trains and the transportation industry at that time. And then came the gasoline engine and then diesel engine, and now we are developing and using the hybrid cars and electric cars. The upcoming generation or the upcoming technology would be the H2 PEM fuel cell car. So hydrogen is a substance or matter which can produce a maximum amount of energy compared to the other substances. If we talk about the radiation based substances such as uranium, then they also produce similar energy, like high amount of energy, but they are expensive. If we talk about the H2PEM fuel cell car, which is basically based on water and the gas hydrogen, it might be effective, like from the financial point of view and effectiveness as well. Here comes the hybrid car features. So there are many features and reasons why we should buy hybrid cars from this point onwards, but the main features are idle off. So turn off your car's conventional engine and save fuel. Battery provide energy for the air conditioner and accessories while the vehicle idles at stoplights or in traffic. So if you have a hybrid car, one of the important or impressive feature might be the idle off feature. So if you're standing at a traffic light or maybe in a parking lot with your car on or the engine on, it will automatically start providing or start using the battery which was generated through the driving, or it will start providing or using the battery from the battery's engine and not the gasoline engine. So this is an effective way to save the battery and to use it effectively. We can regenerate, the feature itself suggests regenerative braking, another fuel saving feature. So the hybrid cars have inbuilt regenerative braking feature, which reduces the friction between the brake pads and the wheels and that mechanism, like the tools which take part in braking. It reduces the friction, and as a result of which, it is considered as a fuel saving feature. And yeah, you can save lots of money for the brake pads as well. Then comes the power assist feature, helps reduce demands on a hybrid gasoline engine. As I mentioned earlier, it's all about the power and battery. If we talk about the battery in the gasoline engine, there's a chance that engine or that battery might run out of energy or power. But if you have a hybrid engine, then you can use more battery without worrying about it anymore. And then electric only drive. So here comes the feature that I like the most, the electric only drive feature. So uh, if you're willing to, or if you're wishing to drive an electric mode car, then you can get the feature in the hybrid car as well. So if you turn on the electric drive mode, the engine totally relies on the electric engine and not the gasoline engine. So the engines and the whole system starts working based on the electric engine which it has. So as I told earlier, hybrid engine or the hybrid cars have both engines, gasoline engine, and then comes the battery or the electric engine, or I can say, yeah, electric battery, which helps run the car. So if you change the mode in the car, you can run the car on electric only drive, or depends on your mood and what the situation is. You can also run the car on gasoline base mode. So you get both features or both experiences within the hybrid car, electric experience as well, and then the gasoline normal experience in the car. So you don't have to go towards the electric car if you don't want to. You can get the same facility and feature in the hybrid car as well. Then comes the components of a hybrid car. As we can see in the picture, it is the basic mechanism of a hybrid car, without the outer body parts or the other features. So it has the IC engine, and then comes the electric motor and the batteries and then transmission. So the engine is the main working factor why the car runs or why it moves. Then comes the electric motor, which provides it's the power, and the batteries. Like the motor helps the batteries provide the power. My bad, not the electric motor. Electric motor takes the power or energy from the battery and generates motion or comes in motion and works with the engine to help the car run. As we can see in the image, the energy storage system and integrated electronic unit, and then engine, and then the integrated drive unit, which is the generator or motor, the electric motor, and the transmission as well. The transmission basically is a automatic or manual. Most of the cars today have a automatic manual. Automatic transmission, not the manual. It is based on the gear system. The transmission is basically gear system in which gear you want to put your car in. In automatic transmission, your car decides the gear automatically depending on the speed your car is running at. In the manual, you gotta decide the gear and decide the speed as well. How a hybrid car works. So in the image on the right hand side, you can see that there's integrated power electronics, battery pack, final drive, 5-speed manual transmission, and automated clutch. Electric machine, final drive and speed, manual transmission, automated clutch. So we can see here that there are two engines or two different parts where the car can get the energy or main force from. The the trunk part, no, sorry, the hood part has the gasoline engine, and it is like the hood part or the front part of the car is basically how all the cars are designed. The normal ones, the gasoline engine based cars are designed, and the hood part of the car, which has the 5-speed manual transmission and automated clutch, and then electric machine, and then the battery pack. So that part is related to the electric portion of the car. So if you turn the car to electric drive mode, then your car totally gets energy from the battery pack, and then the 5-speed, like you can convert the gears, or if it's automated, then you don't need to worry about the transmission, and then the motor runs and the engine runs, and you get the force from the battery itself, just like Tesla. Tesla has a pack of batteries and the hood part of the trunk part of the car, and that's where it gets its power from. Just that's it. Like that's the only part which provides the battery, and it's spacious, so you don't have to worry about any other mechanism in an electric or hybrid car. Here comes the short video. Here's a YouTube video showing how a Toyota Prius works, as I mentioned about it earlier.